Hello, happy Monday morning. I hope everyone had a great weekend, and I hope your week is off to a great start. So this week, my topic is in response to a viewer's question and request, and it is so important, this topic that the viewer brought up. It's specifically about women and being in the body of a woman, but I really do hope that that people that don't identify as women that are watching, that somehow this resonates for you as well. So, the viewer said, I have the problem that I feel quite powerless as a human being, which makes me always be in a defensive position when it comes down to the role of women. I am so focused on fighting against everything that I, as a woman, should or should not be, that I don't actually enjoy being a woman. I see this in many feminists too. I might start crying because I know what this viewer feels like, and I'm getting emotional because I guess I'm so sad that those of us that identify as women still feel this way. It's 2011, and there has been so much injustice done to women for thousands of years, and sexual abuse, sexual violence, objectification. Two videos ago I talked about the objectification of women and the ways that I cope with that and the ways that I empower myself so that I don't let the way the media treats women affect me. There was a recent Vanity Fair cover said, Hillary Clinton's third act, dealing with Obama, saving the world, sneaking brownies. And Jezebel wrote an incredible piece talking about this notion of sneaking brownies. One of the most powerful women in the entire world has to sneak brownies, or the media has decided to portray her as sneaking brownies like it's a bad thing to want to eat a brownie. I ate a brownie last night for dessert, and it was unbelievable and delicious, and I enjoyed that brownie. And I look forward to the next time I enjoy a brownie and don't sneak it. And so to answer that question, or that topic, I have a problem that I feel quite powerless as a human being, which makes me always be in a defensive position when it comes down to the role of women. I'm so focused on fighting against everything that I as a woman should or should not be that I don't actually enjoy being a woman. So to that I say, the obvious simple answer is stop forcing and focusing on what other people or everyone else say a woman should or should not be. There are so many things that it can mean to be a woman. And so often we focus on a woman's supposed to be nurturing, a woman's more emotional than a man, and a woman is this, a woman is that. From a biological standpoint, like, there are certain physical traits and hormonal traits of a woman. But there are so many other things. And I think one of the biggest problems we face that keep us from loving being women, and in general for anyone from loving themselves, is being too focused on what other people think or say should or should not be. I was thinking, I'm going to several reunions at the moment for college and high school, and I'm thinking a lot about, like, what I should or should not have done by this point in my life when I'm reuniting with all these people, and then I realized that, like, so many people, I myself do this sometimes, we go through motions of what we think we should and should not do, like, I should own this face product, I should own this. Like, I've had a lot of issues with my facial skin, which I've really never had in my life before, and so I was thinking, wow, I should go get this product, but it was like, no, my skin is to, when I listen to my skin, if my skin can talk, it says, oh, just don't use face moisturizer for a few days. And I listened to my skin and it did that. So I feel like with this should or should not be as a woman thing, it's like, what feels right? I don't really wear makeup because I don't like to. But at 20, I'm almost 28, society says I should be wearing makeup as a woman. Why? I don't like wearing makeup. I thought about that when packing for my college reunion. I didn't bring any makeup. I had lip gloss with me. And for a second, I was like, should I wear makeup? Should I bring makeup? Oh, is this an important event? Oh, I most recently, had makeup with me and wore it for my cousin's wedding. No, I don't like wearing makeup, so I shouldn't have to. And sure, it becomes a struggle and it's terrible, but I feel like the only way for all of us as women to completely shift this dynamic and this pain that we go through, this awful, terrorizing pain that we internalize from what we should or should not be, the only way to get over that is if we literally massively band together and choose to not give a crap what other people say we should or should not be. If millions of women were authentically doing what they wanted to do and enjoyed brownies and didn't wear makeup if they didn't want to and did whatever they wanted to be a woman, then suddenly we would be empowered by that. I'm going to be really, really graphic and blunt right now, but I love when I get my period. It is painful and there are cramps and it's a pain in the ass, but I get so excited when my period comes because it's I'm a woman. Oh my God, I'm capable of bearing children and nurturing a baby to term and giving it life, and that's incredible. And for those that were not biologically born as women but identify as women and live as women that don't get their period, there are so many other things that they get to still experience. Living and identifying as a woman is empowering. It's incredible. I don't know why we let other people and millions, no, that's not true, thousands of years of objectification, why we internalize that. It's so silly. There's no reason to. Just because, a bunch of people, burned women at the stake in Salem, and just because, awful, awful travesties are being done to women around the world, why are we believing that is truth for what we deserve? We should continue to remind ourselves that that's wrong, that that's not for any reason other than their own pain. People that objectify do it because they're in their own pain, and unfortunately we internalize that and let that dictate how we feel about ourselves. When people oppress people, when women are oppressed, it's because the oppressors are in pain, whether those oppressors are men or women. And it is not our job to internalize that and believe that as gospel. Instead, we have to have compassion for ourselves and remind ourselves that we do not have to take those messages on who we should or should not be. All of our messages should be coming from within. Waking up in the morning, what do I want to do today? Who do I want to be? How do I want to feel? What does it mean to be in my body? And if being in your body is that of a woman, it should go from the inside. Look at what happens inside our bodies biologically. We can give birth. We have the ability to give birth. Why are we listening to anything else outside of our bodies? As women, the entire future of our species is inside our body. So why do we listen to external things? We have to stand strong, knowing that our instincts and how we feel and who we want to be from the inside out is so real and so powerful and so worth it. Wow. How much time do I have left? None. Mwah.